how to do local lead gen. So there's a few ways you can go about this. I'm going to kind of explain them in this video, and you can maybe pick which one is best for you. I'm also going to give you a suggestion of what I've used previously for some of my clients who are also doing local lead gen. The first one, I'm not going to waste any time. This is the one that I prefer. Okay, this is the one that I use for my clients as well. It's the easiest. It's fairly cheap. It's like 60 or 70 bucks a month. Really can't go wrong with D7 Lead Finder. Very simple. Basically just type in the area you're trying to target and who you're trying to target, and then it'll get you a list of like 1,000 leads, phone number, email sometimes, and name. I'll actually give you a little demo of that. Not like, obviously I'm not sponsored or nothing, but this is my preferred method of getting local leads. So we can choose city. Let's just say we did New York, because why not? Go New York City, and then say we wanted to find, I don't know, roofers, roofing. That's our category. So you just hit get leads, and then does a search. It takes 2 to 4 minutes usually, and then it'll give you a whole big list of leads. I'll let this do this in the background while we go through the next few ways to do it. Next, you can do Google Map scraping. I would use Instant Data Scraper with a macro recorder. So this is basically free, as long as you get a free macro recorder, and you can very simply just get a list of basically any city you want to scrape from, and then you just record a macro to go into the Google spreadsheet, copy the city, paste it, and then type out, say it copies from the Google spreadsheet New York City. Then you just have it type out roofers, do a search, and then Instant Data Scraper to grab all this stuff. Pretty simple. There's other Google Map scrapers you can use that do that for you. It's paid service, so whether you want to do it or not, up to you. Next, we also have Facebook as an option. Not Facebook, but Facebook ads. Okay, you can do Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, whatever you so happen to want to do. Any sort of ads, you can do that as well. Now, this is much better for non-declaring markets. So if you're going, say, B2C, then you almost have to do ads. You can't really just look people up on the internet and contact them. They're gonna be a little bit baffled as to how you found them. And so this is a much better way to do B2C lead gen if you need to. You can also do B2B lead gen using ads. Although from my experience, I prefer cold outbound using methods with finding your lead data and then just contacting them directly. So do what you like, but I find that ads are usually not worthwhile when you're going B2B. B is a different story though. Now, you can also do your traditional cold outreach methods. Obviously, these kind of need to have some sort of cold outreach method. This will almost put you in contact with them. So if you do like a lead form, you can just get their phone, but you also have to call them, right? It's more of a warm call, but whatever. You get the point. Now, usually cold calling is going to be best for local leads, but just being honest, it's not as fun to do cold calling. It's much easier to just get emails sent out. However, they're not going to be as effective. You need to send a lot more emails than you will do cold calls. I'd prefer doing cold calling. You'll get much better results, and you can also get like a cold caller on your team if you don't have the time to do it yourself. Of course, it is much more time intensive than cold email. You can kind of just send out one email in mass using different software. I like Smart Lead personally, but irrelevant at this point. Now, if you are going to go route of cold email, you're definitely going to want to enrich this list, okay? A lot of these people won't have names, and if you're contacting email addresses without using their name, it's going to look really vague. It's going to kind of be obvious that you just found them on the internet somewhere and you're not really taking the time. So you want to actually take the time to enrich them and verify them as well. Okay, you almost need to verify any email list you're using these days. You'll save 50% of your capacity by doing that, so you'll get double the results or results twice as fast, depending on how you look at it. Lastly, you can also do social media for the outreach. Probably not going to be worth it for local. It's pretty tricky getting local leads through social media. You could do LinkedIn. It's going to be a decent option. Twitter, almost useless. Facebook could be useful if you find Facebook groups and find people to add as friends. Pretty labor intensive though, so usually I'd also just recommend getting leads and then doing calling. I would probably stay away from social media. If you have an efficient way to do it, then knock yourself out, but for the time investment, it's probably not worth it. Now, I think D7's probably done, so this is just your example of what kind of roofing leads I've got for New York City. So we get name, there's a little picture, not that it matters, phone number, emails in there too, website, LinkedIn, Facebook, basically everything. You also get their social media if they have it posted. Now all these have a link to it. I don't know that they all actually have one. But you see here we got 609 leads within 3 or 4 minutes, whatever that was. It really wasn't that long to get a pretty decent amount of leads. And you can do, I think, 10 searches per day on the cheapest plan. So you multiply 600 by 10, that's 6,000. you get 6,000 leads per day. That's really not too bad, right? That's probably more leads than you need. At least that's more leads than I need, and that's on the very cheapest plan. Unless you're doing this at a massive scale for like, 10 to 20 clients, you're probably totally fine on the cheapest plan. So this is a very, very simple way to do local lead gen. I know I'm not getting into like how you actually contact them, but I'm gonna make other videos on, actually cold calling and cold DMing, cold emailing, all that stuff. So this is more so just how you get the leads themselves and how you do the lead gen, but not contact the leads. So if you want to see those videos, just go on my channel. They should hopefully be somewhere there. I don't know. And besides that, hope you have a great day. Cheers.